What's going on? Y'all know who it is. Alex B from AlexBorgella.com. And today we're going to talk money. Why you should charge what you feel like your product or service is worth. So first, let's talk about you. One, you need to make sure you got a product or service worth what it is you're going to charge. Two, don't feel guilty for charging what you want to charge, because people are not going to take you seriously if your product is too cheap, or if it's free or whatever. They're not going to take you seriously. You see what I'm saying? You cannot be the best and be the cheapest. Period. You can't have a product that's you going to tell somebody that's going to make you $100,000, but you're selling it for $27.99. You see what I'm saying? So don't feel guilty. For another reason, right? You learned all of this information, right? You got out there. You spent your money. You spent time learning it. You did some trial and error, and you found something that works. Now you're promoting it and selling it to other people, right? So why should you feel guilty? Why shouldn't you charge? You done worked out all the kinks. You're pretty much giving them a straight road to the finish line. Instead of them have to make a left or right, jump over this hurdle, that hurdle, go underneath this. You know what I'm saying? You're giving them a straight line to the finish line. So don't feel guilty at all. Don't feel guilty at all. So I'm going to give you a couple of stories. One was from a conversation I had earlier today, right? I'm talking. I was like, well, I spent about, it was a course that I spent $5,000. I'm listening to this podcast. I said, yeah, I bought one of his courses. It was $5,000. He's like, you spent that much? I said, yes. I said, when I tell you I spent a lot of time and I spent money, thousands on top of thousands on top of thousands on top of thousands, learning information, I really mean that. I said, the problem is a lot of people look at it wrong, right? They're looking at it like, oh, I'm about to spend this money. I don't know if I'm going to make any money, right? But when you're on the grind to make it big, your thinking should be, if I spend this much money, how much money am I making back? See, so you're worried about two different things. On one hand, you got people worried, oh, I may not make the money back, I'm going to lose this. And on the other hand, you got people that's like, let's see what happens. You know, when I first got into entrepreneurship, I told people this. I said, look, if you're broke right now and you need money, you need to cut back on some of your bills. Some of those bills don't have to be paid right away, right? So let's say electric bill, for example. You know, with the electric bill, even if you don't pay that electric bill 100%, if you pay them something, they're going to keep your electric on for the most part. Then you need to take that other part of money and you need to invest it and try to make some money. And the responses was this. Well, what if I don't make any money? Well, what if I don't make any money back? What if I just lose the money? Well, then you freaking lose the money. Who cares? You're already broke. Right? So invest that money and try to make some more money. Why are you just going to sit there and take it? But one thing I will never tell anybody is to just accept your current situation. You can always progress to the next level if you get out there and grind, right? Okay. So you got to change that mentality, right? You got to understand, like, if you're selling this product is going to help this person. It's going to take this person to the next level. If they cannot see that's going to take them to the next level and they're so worried about losing the money that they're going to spend anyways, then those aren't the type of people you need to be talking to. I'm going to just keep it real. It's just that simple. Those are not the type of people you need to be talking to. So that was the conversation I had earlier. Like, if the mentality is different, we are thinking, if I spend $5,000, I'm expecting to make back $20,000, $30,000. And I did multiple times, you know. So other people are thinking more like, oh man, I may lose this money. So yeah, no, I'm not going to do it. And that's why they're stuck where they are. And you know what? We're not in the business of convincing people they need to do something. We're here to guide them to the right product or service that we have to offer in order to help them. We're not here to convince them to change their life. They're going to have to want to do that on their own. But you can't be a crutch to them by just helping them every time. Put some money to it. When they're serious, they'll figure out how they're going to get that money in order to pay you, in order for you to teach them. Okay, so that's that part. Now, my next story, right? It goes to credit repair. So I have a partner and I taught him how to do the credit repair, right? Okay. He's doing his credit repair thing. I'm doing my credit repair thing. The only difference is the price. The system is the same product, same. As a matter of fact, we was even on the same exact platform. Like when we log in to the same exact platform, and I can see his people, he can see my people, this, that, and the third, right? Same exact everything, right? Okay. But the only thing difference is he was doing his own thing, I'm doing my own thing, and our prices, right? His theory was get a lot of people. Get a lot of people. The way I'm going to get a lot of people, I'm going to charge less money. My theory was I don't even want a lot of people. I just want high paying people. Okay. What ended up happening was this. One, whether they're high paying or low paying, you're still going to have complaints, right? You're still going to have to deal with complaints. The only difference is I have less complaints because I have less people, and I made more money because I was charging more. You understand? The cheaper people, on the other hand, they are thinking like they got the same exact complaints, if not more, and they didn't even pay that much money because in their mind, they're thinking, oh man, this is a steal. I got over. So if I got over on this person, they're probably trying to get over on me. And that's how they think. So you got to be wary of those type of people. So that's why you need to charge higher, and so you can attract better clientele. And the final story for you is going to be this one, again with credit repair. I was being nice one day, and I said, you know what? I'm not even going to charge these people what I normally charge. So I charged them something super low. And I kid you not, they thought it was a scam. They thought because my price was so low that I was going to scam them. I ended up talking to them, boom, 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 and I got them. I closed the deal, boom, got them to pay or whatever, right? Okay, cool. Then I end up getting both of them. It was a couple. I was working on their credit. I end up getting them both up into the sevens, the mid to upper sevens, right? Okay, cool. They end up start referring people to me. Now, in the beginning, they didn't want to do business because I was too cheap, so they thought I was scamming them. After they seen the results, then they seen, oh, wow, we got a deal. Now they start referring people to me. But the overall point of this whole thing is this. Stop lowering your price for these cheap people. You know the value. You know what it's worth. You know you can help these people. Charge what it's worth. But anyways, this is Alex B from AlexBorgella.com. Let's get it. Stop playing.